We're going to pick up where we left off on the last one. We typed in these tags. Now we are going to add some attributes to the elements. Recall that we refer to these that are in tags as a single term as an element. The second component to an element is usually referred to as the attribute, LANG for language. Put an equal sign by it, quotes EN for English. Notice that the color changed. Next part will be what's referred to as a meta tag. And in this case, we want char set, which is a set of characters that will be used. UTF-8. What that means is that's Latin text versus Chinese, Japanese symbols, Cyrillic letters that are in languages like Greek and Russian. And then after that, we come down here and we have the head. Between the two head tags was the title. So instead of the second, well, this is your third one. So name this one as third. We're going to add some more things that are going to make changes to the body. Right here, okay, now in order to have a background with a color, we want to add the word style as the attribute equals quote background hyphen color colon orange, let's just say. Now this will add orange to our background, and our text is by default black, and all of our links by default will be blue. It's a vibrant blue on orange, which probably won't look too good. And then, as you may recall in the past, and you still see this on websites at times, when you click on a link, that visited link turns purple. That is if the designer has not changed the colors of the visited link. But for now, I just want to introduce to you the background color and how to add a link within your site. So, right after paragraph, let's just add a link to news. Let's say, so we want a link to the CNN news, for instance. So A is for anchor. Anchor just means just linking to, anchoring to. href, which is hypertext reference. So it's referring to a site by hypertext. Let's say we're going to go to http://www.cnn.com, and then we close it. Now, what you may recall that we covered, and you may not, so I will repeat it. Anything outside of these brackets is what will appear on your screen. In other words, what you've just typed here will not appear on the screen when the viewer looks at your page. So when someone visits your page or your website, this does not show, so you have to put something in between outside in this area. So let's just call it CNN News Site. Then that, and we have to close the element. Always close the element. You don't have to close the attribute. The attribute is just within. It's always the first letter that we want to close, or the first component, which is the element, such as title. We highlight title here. Well, all we did was we closed the title. Meta will not have a closing tag. Head tag has an opening and closing. Here's what you're going to do as an assignment for class. That is to take the knowledge that you've attained here and from your reading of the textbook, take this information and create a page and put some text in it, put a link in it, and use an H1 and a paragraph tag, and give it a background color of some sort. Usually in our background colors we do not use words. We're going to do that this time to keep things simple. Normally what we would do is we would use what's referred to as a hexadecimal code. If you are used to Photoshop, you'll notice that you've got colors that have numbers, and they usually look something like this. They have a hashtag, and it's like 6600 or 0099. That is a color. I can tell you that all sixes is gray, that is white, which is the default background color anyway. So if you are using a background image, for instance, you may want to have a component that's something in there that says, I want this part to be white. So then that's when you would use the 6Fs. A hexadecimal code used for color is made up of 6 characters. A web safe color, which there are only 214 of them, a web safe color is a color that is a mix of 3 pairs of these characters, either C's, a pair of C's, a pair of 6's, a pair of F's, a pair of 0's, a pair of 9's, and I believe that's all of them. Any mix will make up a safe color. So if I put a hashtag and I put 666600, that's a web safe color. That's 3 pairs. Now if I mix those and put 60606, that is not a web safe color. So all this time I've been referring to a web safe color. What is that? A web safe color is a color that will theoretically show up as the same color on everybody's screen. There is never a guarantee that the same color will show up on everybody's screen. And here's why. Because computers are all made differently, especially if they're PCs. On a Mac, people still fiddle around with their Macs, and they do things to change they calibrate the screen to make the colors look right. So you can never guarantee. However, the web safe colors will bring them closer. Okay, well, get this together. Save this as page3.html. After you've saved it, upload it to Moodle under the appropriate folder, which will say upload for assignment 3. Thank you very much. Hope you have a good week. Bye.